All right. Let me just turn the music off real quick on the boombox. Hey guys, this is Andrea from Expose the Night Paranormal, and this is Phasmophobia. I wanted to do this on TikTok Live. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get it to work. I don't know if it was TikTok. I don't know if it was Lula TV, because Lula TV is what you use in order to get it to stream to TikTok. I don't know what it was, but it just wasn't working. I would get in, it would get very laggy, and then it would just shut down and it would end the live, and I wouldn't get very far into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm recording it as if I'm live, and then I'm going to post it to YouTube, and then I'm going to promote it, and you guys can watch it after the fact. Learn a little bit about the game, see what the gameplay is kind of like, and then decide for yourself if you want to play Phasmophobia. You can get this on Steam. It's a great game. You can play it on pretty much any kind of computer or laptop that has Windows 10 or better. My computer is about 3 years old. It's an HP Envy. It's not a gaming PC, and as you can see, it runs really well. It's very smooth. There's no lag. The only time it really gets laggy is my computer, like I said, is 3 years old, so it overheats a little bit. It's a little bit older, and my internet's not the best right now because we got winter storms going on. But otherwise, it runs very smoothly. I have a, let's see here. This is, where is my graphics card thingy? Let's see. It's a GeForce MX 150. And this is a Core i7 8th generation Intel processor. So, like I said, we're not talking about a gaming PC or anything like that, but it still runs really well. The graphics are very good, as you can see. I recommend that if you're watching this video, watch it full screen. Because that will really immerse you into the game. And I recommend wearing a pair of headphones so that you can hear all the sounds. So a lot of jump scares in this game. This is a paranormal horror game. What I love about this is this really kind of gives you the horror game aspect where you got to get in, try to finish your objectives and get out before a ghost catches you. Lots of jump scares, lots of scary things happening in the game. But it also kind of gives you that paranormal investigation feel where you kind of feel like you are a paranormal investigator. So if you've ever wanted to know what it's like to be a paranormal investigator, you get kind of a taste of it. Just a small taste, because again, there is that horror game aspect, so there is a time of the essence feel to it. So it kind of combines the two genres, paranormal and horror, together. So it's a really cool game. Now, one thing I really love about this game is the developers themselves. The developers are so awesome. What I really love is that they take so much pride in this game that they are constantly improving it. It's like every time I log in, there's something different. The last time I played this game, they had updated with 4 new ghosts, new graphics where they changed things so that they look different, look more realistic. The ghosts did a lot more. The ghosts looked a lot better. They acted a lot differently, where they made them a lot scarier. And so there were just a lot of different things going on. They added a new place to investigate. And then I logged in again, and there was another new ghost, another new location. And now I logged in again, and there's yet another new ghost, and they've added cursed objects. Like before, you had a Ouija board. Well, now there is a haunted mirror. There is, I believe, some kind of a summoning circle, tarot cards, voodoo dolls, and the Ouija board as well. And they all have different purposes, different uses. Oh, a music box. That's also a cursed object. I have not been able to use any of them yet. I wanted to use them on live. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, because again, I just haven't been able to get live to work. So maybe I'll be able to do it here as I'm playing the game now. So they're constantly making the game bigger and better every single time I log on. Whereas some developers will make the game and then just let you go to it, and maybe once in a great while they'll throw you a bone by adding something new. These developers are constantly making this game better. They are very, very active with this game, and I love that about them. In fact, if you look here, right here, this is just where you log in. This is just your home base. There's really nothing here except for you to go to the screen, the whiteboard over there, and start to play. But still, they try to make this a little bit of fun for you. Every time there's an event, like their first anniversary was in September. It was the first year anniversary of when they created the game in 2020. So in 2021, September, they had a big party. They had a disco ball. They had music playing on the jukebox like they do now. They have Christmas music now. But they had party music on the jukebox at the time. They had balloons everywhere, banners everywhere. So it was just something really fun. For Halloween, I can't even explain Halloween. On Halloween, they had something just so ridiculously spooky and awesome. They had just had this really cool ambiance going on. It was just so cool. And as you can see here for Christmas, they have a Christmas tree. They have Christmas music on the jukebox. They've got these little games that you can play if you decide to play with other people. Because if you do play in a group, the group will appear here inside the home base. But let me pick up this here. Let me see if I can toss this ring. Oh, I missed. Okay, wait. Let me try this again. Let me try it again. I know I could do it better than that. I could do it better than that. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. Just up a little closer. I just need to get a better aim. Oh, come on. I did it before. I did it before. I actually got it before. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, let me try it one more time here. Hold on. So close. Okay. Then they also had the beanbag game. Let me grab a beanbag. There we go. But anyway, so they have a nice little warm fireplace. One perennial favorite that's here all the time, whether there's something special going on or not, is Drop Dead Fred, my little buddy in here. There he is, Drop Dead Fred. He's always in here. Anyway, let's head over here. Let me kind of show you this. Oh, hold on a second. There are different ways to play. Training is one thing you're definitely going to want to do if you've never played this game before, because since they do constantly update this, like constantly, they're changing this game all the time, it's really good to have a basic foundation of how the game works. So I really recommend training. You're going to start in a place called Tanglewood Street House, and you're going to get to know that place really well. Play it a few times. Every time you do the training, it's going to change. The ghost is going to maybe haunt the kitchen, or it's going to haunt the living room the next time. The next time it'll be the nursery. The next time it's going to be the boys' bedroom. It's always going to be different every time you do the training, which is really cool. The type of ghost that's going to be haunting there is going to change every single time you do the training. So it's going to be like a different training session every time you train. So it's really going to give you a taste of what it's like to do an investigation, because you're going to be in a different area. You're going to have a different ghost, but you're not going to have the stress of worrying about whether or not you're going to get caught by the ghost. You're going to get to interact with the ghost. You're going to get to see what the ghost is like. You're going to get to have a feel for how to use all of the different equipment without the worry about getting caught by the ghost. So do the training as many times as you can until you really get a feel for how everything works. And you'll also, like I said, get to really know Tanglewood Street House very well. I really recommend doing that as many times as you can until you feel very comfortable. Multiplayer is the next thing that you can use. And there's two different ways that you can use multiplayer.
A list of other hunters asking for help.
Now, multiplayer, you could either play on a public server. You can choose to play with one that's already been created, like Robo Jesus there needs one extra person, because you can have up to 4 players in a room. So he needs one more player to help. So you can just join his server, or you can create a public server and wait for 3 other random people to join. It's always a gamble, because you never know who you're going to get, but you never know. You might make some new friends. So, that's always a fun chance to take. Or, if you want to play with family or friends, you can create a private room. All you just do is hit create private, click on the little eyeball, which would pop up the code, and then you would give 3 other family or friends that you want to play with the code, and then they would just log on. I do this a lot. My nieces and nephews like to play this game, especially my nephews, and it's a great way to keep up with them. Ask them how school's going, because they don't live where I do. They live quite a distance away, so I don't get to see them that often, except for like holidays and things like that. So it's a good way to see, how's school going, and how's this, how's that. And so we play this game, and I get to talk to them a little bit, which is nice. If you're feeling a little antisocial and you kind of want to play by yourself, they did add an option for single player, and that's what we're going to do, single player. Now what you do is you click select job, and it's going to open a map. Now before, they would only give you 1 or 2 options, and if you didn't like the option, you'd have to back out, leave, and just start all over, click single player, get back in, click the map, and then see what new options they give you. Now they just show you every option available, which is nice. That way you don't have to keep clicking out, clicking back in, and hope they give you something that you like. Like, let's say I wanted to do Tanglewood Street House, but it was never giving me Tanglewood Street House, and I just have to keep refreshing until I finally got it. Now I don't have to do that. It's right there. The one thing that I do hope the developers will eventually do is this. Now that they have single player and multiplayer, I would like them to create 2 maps. I want them to create a multiplayer map and a single player map, because the asylum, the prison, the campsite, and Brownstone High School, those are very large areas, and really, especially the asylum, you almost need to have a group. Even if you're playing on amateur, you almost need to have a group to be able to do those. You can maybe do 1 or 2 different tasks and then get out of there, but if you want to be able to do a full accomplishment of all the tasks successfully, you almost need to have a full group, because those are very large expanses. Those are very large areas. They're very difficult. You get kind of twisted and turned around sometimes. So unless you're really good at them, unless you really know those maps very, very well, you do usually need to have multiple people playing. They're not very good for soloing. So what I'd like to see them do is eventually separate into 2 different maps, the multiplayer map and the solo player maps, and then eventually create new places for multiplayer people to play, and then new places for the people who want to play by themselves to play. So new locations that'll strictly be for multiplayer, and new locations strictly for single player. But again, that'll be something that they can consider in the future. All right, so we're going to do Tanglewood Street House. Again, this is where you're going to train, so you'll get to know this place pretty well. We're going to play on amateur, just to kind of give you a taste of how things work. There are different, and let me just kind of show you this. There are a few different options. Before, it was amateur, intermediate, and professional. Amateur, you would play, and if you lost, if you got caught by the ghost, which was kind of hard to do because amateur is the easiest level, there would really be no consequences. Intermediate, if you got caught by the ghost, you would lose your equipment, but you would get some life insurance so that you'd be able to buy most of it back. Professional was the hardest, but you would make the most money if you successfully accomplished your tasks and got out of there before getting caught by the ghost. But if you got caught by the ghost, you would lose all of your money, and there would be no life insurance, so you wouldn't get to buy any of your equipment back. Well, now they've changed that up just a little bit. If you get caught by the ghost on amateur, you lose your equipment, but you get a lot of life insurance back so that you'd be able to buy most of your equipment. Intermediate, if you get caught by the ghost, you lose your equipment, but you will get some life insurance, and you'll be able to buy some of your equipment back. Professional, it's the same thing. You lose your equipment, but you don't get anything back. And they've added nightmare mode, which is like the absolute hardest. Do not do if you do not know what you're doing, basically. And again, if you lose everything, and just say goodbye to everything, because you're not getting any money. You're not getting nothing. So, yeah, but we're going to do this on amateur, because I don't have that much money in the bank. And if I lose all my equipment, I'm not going to be able to afford to buy any of it back. So... All right, let's add everything. Ready up and start. I know I went through that really quick, but again, that's what training is for. When you do the training, you're pretty much going to learn everything you're going to need to know about how Phasmophobia works. Again, this is a really great game. If you love the horror genre, you're going to love this game. If you love the paranormal genre, you're going to love this game. This has got a little something for everybody if you love those two genres. So,
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. I've also written some notes on the whiteboard if you need them. I've got a report that suggests a possible ghost sighting.
okay, nothing about a haunted object, so, or a cursed object. We need to find out what type of ghost we're dealing with. We need to use smudge sticks, get an EMF reading, and witness a ghost event. Easy enough. And now, you know the guy that was talking? Can I just say that I don't know what it is, but I wish that if he narrated everything that has to do with this game, I love his voice. Now, if he was the ghost in this, I wouldn't mind getting caught by the ghost every single time if he was the ghost in this game. I love his voice. I love his voice. There's something soothing about his voice. I don't know what it is, but anyway. This picture right here, if you could see it, the one with the boy that's standing behind the staircase banister, that picture is from the Amityville Horror. I actually did a TikTok about that not that long ago. In the description of this video, I'm going to have my link tree. The link tree is going to link to my TikTok channel. I do a lot on TikTok. I really should use my other social medias a lot more than I do, but for some reason I gravitate towards TikTok. I don't know if it's just because I like the short, where you can make anywhere from 15 seconds to 3 minutes. It's just short bursts of videos instead of like long videos. I don't know if it's just, I don't know what it is, but I gravitate to TikTok. So I make a lot of TikTok videos. I'm going to try to make more on YouTube and Facebook. I really am going to make an effort to do that. I have been using Instagram a lot more than I used to as well. I've been posting like my TikTok videos and advertising them on Instagram. So I am going to try to use Instagram a little bit more often. But I am trying to use social media a little bit more frequently than I used to. But anyway, I do have a TikTok on this particular photo. So go to the link tree that's in the description. You don't have to have a TikTok channel in order to watch the videos. You only have to have a TikTok account to interact with them. So if you want to watch some of those TikToks, you can go ahead to the link tree, and then that's how you can watch some of the videos, whether you have an account or not. But anyway, interesting little discussion about that particular picture there. All right, let's get going. Now, what's really cool is some of the equipment here that I have are just like the equipment that we use in actual investigations. K2 meter. We do sweep for EMFs, just like we would in a real haunted house. Unlike in a real haunted house, though, we just do a general EMF sweep, and we're looking for a level 5 EMF, and then we put it away here in the game, because obviously time is of the essence in the game. But in an actual haunted house, what we would want to do is find... Oh, it's snowing! That's another thing. They've also changed the weather. Usually it's thundering and lightning and raining, but they've changed. Now every time you come here, the weather's going to be different. It could be foggy, it could be snowy, it could be beautiful out. So you never know what kind of weather you're going to get. But anyway, in a normal circumstance, we try to find natural and man-made EMF. And then when we find an area where we're not getting any natural or man-made spikes, we would set this down and then try to find a way for the spirit to communicate using the EMFs it draws to itself so that it could communicate with us. I'm going to turn this on now. I heard something open. I heard something else open just now. Baby room, baby room. Gotta check the floor, look for bone fragments. A second. Using this camera, I'm gonna look for any kind of orbs. Oh, I see an orb. I see an orb. Do you see that orb floating by the window? Where that ball just went? The ball just rolled and I saw an orb. It's very hard to see. It's right by the window there. There it goes. It's just, there it is on the bottom. Obviously in real paranormal investigation, we're not going to hold much credence to orbs. Because it could be dust, fibers, pet dander, so it's going to be in here. Moisture in the air, or like out here, snow. But in the game, an orb is evidence. So, alright, so we're going to get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. And please, in real life, do not throw expensive equipment like that. Alright, so we have a ghost orb. I do not have level 5 EMF. But you know what? You never know. I'm not going to cross that off just yet. Oh, we got activity going on right now as we speak. Quite a bit of activity, in fact. Something's going on already. Alright. Alright, smudge sticks. And let's not use the smudge stick until I figure out what it is. I'm going to take this in the book. Alright, now that we know where it is. Okay, this is the spirit box. Oh, jeez! What are you? How? Woo! How old are you? Oh, alright, I'm not talking to you anymore. We're not talking anymore. I'm not asking you anymore. I'm out of here. No. No, we're not playing that, Granny. We're not okay, we're gonna call that a spirit box. We're gonna call that okay. Wow. All right, Granny. All right. Wow. Dang. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You see that up there? That is the activity level up there. That is the highest level of activity ever. Oh my gosh. Look at how far my sanity dropped. I was in the 90s until that second. Alright, well, that was a ghost event for sure. Okay. Wow, okay. Alright. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to see if I can... Wow, okay. Alright, Granny. Oh. Fingerprints. Disappeared already, dang. Alright, we already got fingerprints, so... Oh. So if we got fingerprints, so that must not be... I guess it didn't count as a spirit box. Maybe because she was so... Okay, so... Forget that. I guess it wasn't a spirit box. I guess she was just active in setting off the spirit box. She was tricking me. That's what she was doing. She was tricking me. Let me look at obake. I've never had an obake before. So what does an obake do? Shapeshift, leaving behind unique evidence. When interacting with the environment, an obake will rarely leave a trace. So it's not an obake. It can't be an obake then, because it left a trace. All right. What were the other two options? A banshee and a hantu. Banshee. Hantu. I'm not seeing any freezing temperatures, but, well, let's grab... Alright, first off, I need to do this and this. Alright, let's go and smudge. Wait, are the lights off? Great, the lights are off. Shoot. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna guess at this because it already turned the lights up. Look at that activity. Look at that activity. I'm gonna go with the banshee. I'm gonna say banshee, and we're gonna see if that's okay. Let's go with banshee. We're gonna go with banshee. All right, let's see how that worked. Oh my God, that was on amateur, guys. That was on amateur. That's how they've made this game a lot scarier and a lot tougher. Because that was amateur, and that ghost was already super active and super tough.
Welcome back.
Obake! An obake! What? Wait, what? It's... What? What? An obake? Hold on, we're gonna do Willow Street House. We're gonna do Willow Street House next. That's the second newest house that they've just added. Willow Street House was added right around their first anniversary in September. The newest one was added, I think, maybe a month or two ago. Like right around Halloween, I think, or just a little after Halloween, and that was right around Halloween. That was the campsite. Yeah, it was about Halloween. That was the campsite that they added. It was their first outdoor haunted location. But Willow Street House was added around September, which was their anniversary, their first anniversary. But an obake, I gotta look at that real quick. As soon as I get back into the game, I want to look up what an obake... I gotta look that up. I want to look that up in the journal. It says here, keep your sanity high by staying in the light. However, a ghost will target those who stay in the light too long.
Remember to check the whiteboard for help. had no reports of violence, but keep an eye out.
Okay, still no haunted objects or cursed objects. Alright. Okay, prevent the ghost from hunting with the crucifix. I have never, ever, 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 ever been successful with that, ever. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I get the wrong timing or if I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I have never been successful with that, ever. Okay, let me look at this real quick. Fingerprints, ghost orb, level 5 EMF. Sometimes the ghost will shapeshift, leaving behind unique evidence. When interacting with the environment, an obake will rarely leave a trace. Obake are terrifying shapeshifters capable of taking on any form. They have been seen taking humanoid shapes. Well, I suppose, you know what, I suppose that probably, yeah, that I could see that. Okay. But I never got any level 5 EMF. I never went beyond a level 3, I don't believe. But anyway, that's fine. Okay. This one's going to be a little harder because, again, getting a photo of the ghost and getting the crucifix thing, I never have gotten that to work yet. So I guess we'll have to see. All right. All right, let's go find where the ghost even is first. Man. Now this one on amateur is even, like, this is the one on amateur is even harder. Even before they updated the game to be difficult, more difficult than usual, this one was already hard on amateurs, so I'm a little worried right off the bat. I'm kind of concerned for my safety. I just hope it's not in the basement. That's all I can say, yo. That's all I can say. It better not be in the basement. Oh, crap. I can tell you right now that if we lose power, that's going to be in the basement. I'll have to reset the power in the basement. That sucks. No Ouija boards. Okay, usually the Ouija board's right in there. Great, I do have to go in the basement now. Oh, this is the part I hate. Oh, bone fragment, there it is. There's the power box. Ouija board. Shoot, there is a Ouija board here. Dang it. If you ever lose power, this is where it is. Gotta hit that red one down there. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to go back upstairs real quick. Ooh. So it might not be in the basement after all. Alright. Okay. Let me grab... First off, I need a camera. Got to get a picture of the Ouija board, and then I got to get a picture of the bone fragment, and then collect the bone fragment. Yep, it's in here. It's in the living room. That's the first time that's ever happened. I don't think I've ever had a living room ghost. Okay, always get a picture of it and then pick it up. Those pictures are worth money. Cup just flew outside. Did you see that puff of smoke that's coming down beneath the camera? Watch again. See, now that denotes cold, which means you got freezing temperatures. Alright, so we know that there's freezing temperatures now. So we can hit freezing temperatures. Ooh. Oh, look at that door just swung right open. This ghost is over. Oh, there's an orb. There's an orb. Was I the only one who saw that? There it is. Do you see it again? It comes right from... Watch where the brightest light is on my camera. And then you can see it kind of flying around. There it is. There it is. Big bright orb. Okay. Alright, we got a big bright orb in here. Big bright ghost orb. Alright. Oh, no, I just wasted a photo. Darn it. You only get... Alright, hold on a second. I gotta get rid of this camera. Whoop, wrong one. You only get 5 photos per camera. Alright, I need to grab another camera because I need to get a picture of the ghost. Let's see. Oh, I need to get something on an EMF reader. I did not realize that. Get that done right away. All right. Okay, so I got the EMF reading. This ghost is really active already. Alright. Spirit box. Ghost writing book. Let's put this down for now. Get a ghost writing book. What are you? How old are you? Are you French? How old are you? What are you? Wee, okay, it just yelled at me. It said it's young, and then it turned on the TV, and I don't want to be in there now. Okay. Alright, so definitely got a spirit box this time. It's in Unreal. Alright. Whew. Alright, now what do we got to do? We got to get a crucifix and a picture. Do I have a camera already? Okay, I need a camera and a crucifix. I still have never been able to get the crucifix to work. Alright. The ghost name is Carol Thompson. Usually if you call the ghost's name, it'll appear. And then I could probably get... Oh, look at that. I can probably get the photo. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson, come on. Come on, Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson, let me take your photo. Can you appear, Carol Thompson? Can you apparate, Carol Thompson? Carol Thompson, Carol Thompson, Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson, Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson, I am calling you about your car's extended warranty. Carol Thompson, come on, Carol. Come on, Carol Thompson. Oh boy. I just saw a light turning on and off in there. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Oh boy. Where are you? Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Did I ever get pictures of the items? Oh yeah, I did get the Ouija board, okay. What did oh yeah, that was an accidental photo. Carol Thompson. It wants me to go in closer, I just know it, and I'm not going in. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Whew, okay, here we go. We gotta go in a little closer, okay. Oh heck no. Carol Thompson? Carol Thompson. Oh boy, Carol Thompson. Did you just open the door, Carol? Look at all those nice pictures you dropped on the floor. Come on, Carol Thompson. Come on, Carol. Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson. Oh, okay, we got some flashing lights going on, Carol. Come on, Carol. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, Carol. Come on, Carol. What are you doing? Did you just turn off the TV? Carol? Carol, did you just turn off the TV? I'm not liking that, Carol. I'm really not liking that, Carol. Carol, did you just turn off the TV? Carol? Oh boy. What was that? Carol, are you throwing things again? Carol, are you starting to throw things again? Carol, Carol, Bobero, Banana, Fana, Fofero, Mima, Momero, Carol. Uh-oh, something big just fell. Carol? Alright, I might have to go in. Oh god, this is like... Whew, boy, okay, here we go. Come on. There we go. Carol! Carol, come on, let me take your picture, Carol, and then I'll head on out. Come on, Carol. Carol, 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 Carol. You know what? I wonder if I turned off my flashlight, Carol. What if I turned off my flashlight? Carol, Carol, Bobero, Banana, Fano, Fofero. Alright, I turned off my flashlight. Now I'm in the dark. Come on, Carol. Forgot what your last name is. I've been calling you Carol, and now I don't know if it's Carol Thompson, Carol Morgan, Carol Thompson. I think it was Carol Thompson. Come on, Carol. Carol, Carol, Carol. What's happening to the Ouija board? Can't see anything in here now. can see my breath. Oh boy. Come on, Carol. Stop turning the TV on and make an appearance. Ah, interaction. Huh. Sometimes when like a TV turns on, if you take a photo right away, you get an interaction picture. Like if it's worth like 1 or 2 stars, it could be worth money. Carol? Carol? Oh boy. Carol? Another interaction. Carol? Come on, Carol. Come on, Care Bear. You know you want to make an appearance. I'm not coming in any closer. There's no way in heck I'm getting any closer than I already am. Come on, Care Bear. This is so unnerving. Carol, come on. Standing in the dark now. Granted, I'm halfway out the door, but it's still the dark. What was that? Where's the light switch? I want to turn the light back on real quick. Carol, 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 Carol. What is your last name, Carol? I can't even remember. Let me see if I can do it this way here. Oh boy. Carol? Carol, come on. Carol. Oh man, things are really ramping up now. Carol! Open the door, Carol. Carol, open the door, Carol. Open the door, Carol. Carol, open the door. No, 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 don't take a picture. Alright. So I think she's hunting, and she shut me out. I got an interaction, but that was it. I'm out of photos. I'm out of cameras. I'm out of time. But I earned some extra money because I did get photos that are going to be worth money. I got a bone fragment that's worth money. So that makes up for the tasks I didn't finish,
Welcome back.
which was a lot.
Job's ready for you.
I got a mimic. A mimic. It wasn't even close. The mimic wasn't even on the board. The mimic wasn't even on the board as an option. The bone fragment was worth $10. The photos was worth $25. I did get objective 4. I got the 4th objective. So at least I got that. And since the objectives are worth $10, it evens itself out. I got like $5 less than I would if I would have accomplished all of the objectives. So I guess, it evens itself out. But basically, that is the game. As you can tell, it gets pretty intense. That was amateur. That was on amateur. That was on the easiest possible level. Now, what you could do is you go to buy. I have $1,000 now in the bank, and these are all of the things that you can buy. Main equipment is the stuff that they will start you with when you first start to play the game. They will give you one of each of these things. So if you're playing by yourself, you don't need to buy any of this stuff really. They will give you one, except for like the thermometer. I think you'd have to buy like the thermometer, that kind of thing. I think they give you, or maybe they do give you a thermometer now. I don't know for sure. But the main equipment they will give you, because they'll give you definitely a dots projector. They'll give you an EMF reader. They give you a ghost writing book to start with. So you will get one of each of those. If you're going to play with multiple people, it's always good to have a spare, just because there might be someone who's brand new that you're playing with that won't have an extra one if you're going to play, like, if you're playing in a group, you only get one. So it's always good to have an extra so that you can give, like, somebody else can have like an EMF reader too, and then you could divide up and you both have an EMF reader, and you could kind of like divide and conquer, someone in the basement, someone upstairs. Optional equipment you have to buy. You will need candles, you will need crucifixes. I really highly recommend getting the strong flashlight, sanity pills, definitely. You're definitely going to need a motion sensor at some point, extra cameras for taking pictures, because as you can see, you only get 5 photos per camera, so you're going to need extra just in case you take accidental photos or in case you run out of pictures. So that's what the money is for. When you bank the money, when you finish objectives, you earn money, and then that goes into the bank so you can buy the equipment. So, but yeah, that's the game. Like it said, it's intense. There's a lot of jump scares. It's very spooky. That wasn't even as scary as it gets. That was pretty tame. Again, I was playing on amateur, and that was pretty tame. That was pretty tame compared to how scary the game can get. So if you like horror games, if you like the paranormal genre, I really think Phasmophobia is going to be the game for you. Now, don't forget that my link tree is going to be in the description of the game. You can find me on TikTok, where I am most active. I am going to try to be more active here on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and on Instagram, so you can find me there as well. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. But I'm going to keep playing, but I am going to end the recording. So thank you guys for watching.